I think I'm live. What's up, everybody? I think I'm here. YouTube's telling me that. All right, guys, watching the stock market here a little bit, and then going to go look at crypto in a little bit as well. I'm going to start doing my stock market stream towards the closes, I think. I don't know from here on out, but maybe I'll do some in the morning, this week. But I'm going to have to switch my stock streams to the afternoon. Now, the close is one of the more important parts of the day, so it probably will be a good change. 3 minutes left in the stock market close, and you can see it's been a pretty whipsaw-y day. This is a 15-minute chart. This is the daily chart. Not the same thing, but almost the same thing. And you can see we're happy as a pig in its own excrement living in these lows here. There has been some accumulation. You can see right there, but the volume has been declining throughout the day. So we'll see what happens. At least the selling abated, and we'll see what goes on there. I'm getting some. Looks like the chat's not working. Hold on. Got some guys in the Slack chat room saying that the chat's not working. There shouldn't be any limitations on chat. I got some people here. I should be getting some comments. Yeah, see no comments. I got live chat on. Let me stop it and I'll just start over, I guess. Hold on a second. Let me try to get it working. Live troubleshooting at Real Crypto. You can please join me in my new channel, Real Troubleshooting, where all I do is fix stuff live on YouTube. There we go. That's weird. All right, there we go. That's a little strange, but it is what it is. We're back, guys. All right, cool. I don't know what happened there, but I couldn't see anything, and looks like other people couldn't either. All right, give a shout out to Gomri. Looks like Gomri is the one that mentioned it to me there. I see comments pretty close to right away. So, what's up, everyone? Oh, Ted with the $5 super chat. What's going on, Ted? Dan Murphy, how you been, buddy? It has been a bit. Hope all's been well. First started watching you August 2017. I think that's when I started, Dan. I didn't even know what. Barely. I was a baby crypto. I was a baby in crypto back then. August 2017. It's been that long, huh? You're making me feel old, Dan. You're just making me feel old. Zazo from Amsterdam. Oh, okay. There you go. What's up, Ray? How you doing? Long time no see for you too. I think you were here. Maybe not long time, but you were here. When can I invest 100K into crypto, says Dre Stir. Well, you can invest whenever you want. The question is, when do you want to invest in crypto? If you got 100K to invest in crypto and you really want to know a great time, it's take a look at my last video, and I kind of go through 3 different ways you can actually buy Bitcoin coming out of this last extension of the bear market. If you want a lot more in-depth analysis and some very personal feedback, you can join my Power Hour and we can answer every single one of your questions there. So feel free to do that. Oh, back delayed until January 24th. Okay. Great. So I'm looking at Bitcoin here on the daily chart. Check this volume out. That's some pretty crazy volume right there. It's 2 o'clock right now. I don't think you can see the time on my screen. There you go. 2 o'clock. See it right here in the bottom corner. It's 2 o'clock right now. And that means there's 3 hours left in the day. So we'll still see some elevated volume. Going into the 2 hour, we're still seeing elevated volumes as we traverse lower here. Usually as this traverses lower, you would see a different kind of volume pattern if we were to basically stop and reverse. We had an opportunity here to BART out of this, but 6,000, 5,800 is way too strong resistance, and that's not going to happen. So we're just drifting lower from here, guys. Let's check out a few more. You know what? Actually, I want to look at a few charts myself. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to look at charts. Take a look at XRP. So XRP finally rolling over. People put a little bit of money back into Bitcoin on the pump earlier today, and XRP started falling because of it, and it looks like they haven't really recovered because of that. XRP not making a new high. So as we get lower, guys, all these cryptos are going to take it on the chin. Just kind of the way it is. Lumen's down Oh my gosh. What? That happened right after the power hour? No way. When was this? Oh, this is before the power hour. I did not notice that. I wasn't paying that close attention, apparently. Bounced off the low part of the triangle there. Oh, no one pointed that out, and I missed it. Can we see a retest of 6,000 in the upcoming weeks? It's possible. It's possible, but there have to be a massive shift in market sentiment, which is a little bit not likely. What's up, A-Lag? How you doing, buddy? All right, let's see what we got here for some questions. See some comments. Poloniex froze your account? What? Sorry about that, 9009. Dude, that sucks. Why'd they freeze it? Some KYC requirement or something like that? That sucks. Volume pretty high for the day. Maybe we're close to a pre-capitulation. Maybe. Maybe. I was actually looking at that. Yeah, I'm a little uncertain about that. The volume is this is the thing. The volume today is very, very high. We could, if we end up with capitulation, I'm going to tell you, we're going to be a lot lower than this $4,200 if it's today. So far, it doesn't really look like it's going to be today. But I mean, it could be. The volume here is very elevated. If you remember our run back with 2014, then you'll know what I'm talking about there. But so far, just resting right here, finding a little bit of support, not really dropping a tremendous amount. Not really indicative of a capitulation day. We were talking earlier today in the power hour. I mean, it was the power hour started right when this candle ended. So we were right here, and Ted was like, when do I, looking at a potential short. I'm like, well, you can short it right here with, stop right here at this 48.88 level, which is kind of the little bit of the only real structure to this chart pattern, or to the chart. So right there, and it reversed immediately. It didn't even wait. I thought we were going to see some kind of consolidation. My other comment was, okay, let's wait and see if you form a cup with handle here, maybe reverse out of this. No, didn't do that. It rolled right over immediately. Paul says, are you changing any predictions for a low based on recent market action strength? That's actually a great question, Paul. We went over that in the power hour this morning, and based on recent action, I'm not revising my target, but it kind of reinforces the lower part of my range at this stage of the game. So if you guys remember, my range is, there's a rectangle. From here, it's right, or 24, no, 24. So this is kind of my range in Bitcoin. Obviously, don't pay attention to the time scale, but this is my range for capitulation Bitcoin. So this is just based off of historical price averages. There's nothing fancy that I did. Usually the simple strategies are the best ones, and this is kind of one of the more simple strategies that I did. The 3600 is based on the 84 to 86, 84 to 86% drop in Bitcoin from the all-time high. This is based on what we dropped via a breakdown point from here. So, Marcel, what is Power Hour? Yeah, so the Power Hour is a daily thing we do here at Real Crypto. It's actually a service that I provide. You can go to real-crypto.com. I'm sure you've seen it before. So Power Hour there's a daily newsletter that I put out every single day. We do a live stream at 9 a.m. Arizona time, and we also have some alerts through our Slack channel. They're hand-drawn alerts by me. The levels are put in there by me for pretty much the top 150 coins, give or take. There's some that we don't follow because they're on weird exchanges, and there's some really small caps we follow because some guys wanted to watch them. And we have a couple custom indicators too, but I do these live streams. But the Power Hour really is for individuals that really kind of want to hone their craft. I go very in depth in all the charts. I go in depth as I want to go, and if somebody wants to go more in depth, then I'll circle back around. But the Power Hour is basically, it's kind of like a mini mentorship, if you will. And be honest with you, it's pretty much a bargain. It's $65 a month. We do it 7 days a week, so that's what it is. Here we go. Draw the box as big as you can, YouTube traders, LOL. All right, let's do this. What does that mean, YouTube traders, Scooty Mac? Are you saying because I haven't drawn a definitive line in the sand that I'm being willy-nilly or something? I'm just a little bit confused by your comment there. If you want to talk some ish, feel free. No, this is not capitulation. It's what it looks like is kind of a, you know what I'm interested in? How low is the RSI now? I don't know why that just came into my head. Wow, 9 RSI. Wow, that's tremendously low. Power Hour Greenwich Mean Time. You know what? I have no idea, to be honest with you. Let's see what GMT is right now. So that's a good question. I should know the answer to this, but I don't. So give me the damn clock. I go to a clock website. I expect to see a clock. It's 9 p.m. So let me do simple math here. 4 p.m. 4 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. I'm going to write that down. I should put that somewhere. Guys, I'm a simple trader. I'm not a marketer. I'm not a salesman. All I do is trade. So that's pretty much, if some of these seem like they're a little haphazard, it's because it's not my profession. Some people do this and do that. I'm a trader. I'm not a marketer necessarily. Can I watch later? Oh yeah. Everything's recorded. Since you're asking, I'll give you a little walkthrough. So here you go. So here's member section. You got Real Crypto Power Hour here. And then in here you've got the stream for tomorrow right there. Here's a link to some resources that I provided, which I got to fix that part. The volume aggregation and bars are indicator, Slack invitation if you guys aren't already in there. The TradingView watch list for the Power Hour coins and the spreadsheet link. Also, there's a volume monitor tool. I got to fix that. That's horribly annoying. And then so here's all the recorded Power Hours, as well as we just started the newsletter. And so what you get is pretty much every Power Hour all the way back to March. So you can go back and kind of watch all of them. We have a couple of them with annotations. Like I have a really good shorting lesson here on Sunday, August 5th, which I'm kind of turning that into its own webinar. So look for that date announcement probably next upcoming week or so. But yeah, they're all recorded. Annoyingly, an hour before work finishes for me. Oh, sorry, Monkeytron. He never said that. I didn't know that. Did I hear that ABC got the BCH ticker on many exchanges, including Coinbase? Explains part of the recovery, I guess. I did not hear that, to be honest with you. I've just been letting the Bitcoin Cash thing fall away. I'm not a trader that needs to be involved in everything in the market, so I pretty much trade I trade very simply, very simple setups. I don't try to take too many risks. I mean, trading's risky enough. So, yeah, haven't been trading Bitcoin Cash or really interested. Pete, what up, Pete? Yeah, you know what, man? I don't like your new job. You're not very active in chat anymore. You got to go back to go back to jail, Pete. Just go back to jail, okay? You were much more chatty in jail. Hope Bitcoin goes under 100. Don't think that's in the cards. If we really have a bad market, 1,300 is going to be the low, 11 to 1,300, kind of the prior low of Bitcoin. But I don't think that's really going to happen. Although we did talk today for about 15, 20 minutes about kind of how this whole chart pattern may resolve itself into the downside, this being just such a huge pattern and finally breaking in such explosive fashion probably does lead to lower prices. Why is this not capitulation? The price action isn't feverish enough, Keeks. It's just not. It's kind of a very measured sell-off. This could lead to a capitulation candle. Whether it's the capitulation candle is a little bit iffy, but it could lead to a capitulation candle. Okay, I mean you could see just a measured sell-off. The volume just gets a little more elevated as the price gets lower and lower. The bounces are very feeble. This is not healthy price action. I almost posted a video. I actually recorded it like 5 times. I just didn't like any of my videos yesterday. But I was saying that this price action here usually leads to continuation and some kind of a washout. I don't know if this is the washout candle. It could be. We saw 47 minutes left in this 2-hour candle. So it could be a washout candle, but it's probably not the capitulation candle. Although 4,000 for Bitcoin, or what is that? 4,050 is definitely, definitely pretty low. You know what? I like seeing everyone's icon right there. What was the price on the lower portion of your box? Hard to see. Oh, it's 2,400, Daniel. 3,600 to 2,400. That's been my range in Bitcoin for 8 months or something like that. Bitcoin sub 1K. Would you consider Bitcoin may never come back to all-time high? If Bitcoin went sub 1K, that's brutal. That's like the Dow going back below 10,000. You know what I'm saying? It's just very, very unlikely. Speaking of the market, how do we actually end up? Very neutral territory. So we didn't sell off. That's good, but we'll see what happens tomorrow morning. Look at it on the daily, on the NQ. Elevated volume already way down here. We tried to bounce, but it didn't really lead to much. Very brutal right there. Very, very brutal. Can you show the worst case scenario with measured moves, Monkeytron? Yeah, we had one at one point. Actually, I think we've already exceeded our measured move for this particular move. I think it was $4,200, if I remember correctly. That was $4,600. Wow. So 46 was a measured move based off of this move here. That's already been exceeded. I don't know, outside of trying to pull a fib or something, which really isn't my bag, like really how to kind of give you another point lower. I guess I could try to do a fib extension. We can give that a shot. But that's not really... where's the fib extension? Oh, how come that says 1? Oh, it's because it takes it from this breakdown point. That's why. So that's actually, believe it or not, I do my measured moves from the top. It's kind of a more conservative target, but there's lots of people that actually, and I used to do it like this. I used to take it from the breakdown point, and from that perspective, we actually reached the target, 4,074. We reached that a little bit lower. So yeah, I don't know about further lower from here. So we're in a market territory right now, guys, where market feel is more important than tech and actual just like charting and stuff. Trend lines can do you a whole lot of good. In this situation, trend lines are a great guide because they're only reliant on the current trend. That's it. And pretty much in these situations, that's what you're dealing with is current trend. And so, by going with trend lines, you're going to be able to do okay, right? You're going to be able to do okay. So that probably could put in your current trend right there. We have this trend already, which we drew that in the power hour. Just drew that one right there. This could be a current trend. You could even, like I said, draw that line like I just did there in respect to that point. That's obviously going to be a point that's fairly important. But you can see even with the buying and the lows here, guys, there's no rush up higher. Usually with capitulation, you see a rush higher. That's another reason why this is not capitulation. Christopher Columbus. Well, thank you for founding where I live, Christopher Columbus. I appreciate that. Post your goddamn videos, man. Better than most out here. Yeah, I don't know, man. I know I do content. That's kind of my job, but I really struggle with putting out content. I mean, I do charts. I chart. I'm really not well versed in content. Trying to teach us old dog new tricks. It's like my courses, right? Like Ted. I mean, I gave Ted access to my courses, and I think he stopped using them because they were pretty much unusable. And there's good information in there. Don't get it twisted, but I think the format that I put it in was not very good. Scooty Mask back. Scooty Mac is back here with a comment, and a good comment. I appreciate that. Your box is 30%. You don't understand why it's too big. So this is first of all here, Scooty Mac, I've had this box for 6 to 8 months. Maybe honestly it could be 11 months. I don't know. I know I've had 3600 on the deck here for probably about 10 to 11 months, maybe 10 to 11 months. 24 is a fairly recent addition since like March or April. Here's the thing. If you want me to pick a level, that's stupid. Okay? That is stupid. Why would I do that? What expectation do I have that this is the level Bitcoin's going to bottom? Like seriously, how could I know that? How can anybody know that? Anyone that's giving you a number is a false prophet. Point blank and period. And I gave you my range, and I usually even give that out with the explanation that no one knows where it's going to stop. It could go straight through this. The way this is behaving in 2 to 3 months, 4 months, it could go straight through 2400. There's no major reason why it couldn't. This is based on I give exactly how I gave the numbers. This is based on 36 is based on the drop from the Bitcoin high. I think it's like 85%, which is historically about the average, maybe 82, I forget. 24 is a low based is a number based off of historical precedents, off of where we've dropped from prior lows. That's it. There's no like magic number. Okay? Pretty much what this was designed to do is just to let people know that we can go down much, much further. That's all that these numbers were designed to do. That's it. It wasn't designed to give you guys a buying target. I don't have orders down there. Nothing like that. It's just to give people an understanding of where we could go. And people have called me stupid about my price targets here since we were up at 13,000. All right, and now that we're down at 4,000, and then people started putting in 3,000 targets about 4 months after I did. Okay, let's just keep that. That I know for a fact. I mean, I can't say I was the first bear out there. To be honest with you, I thought the top was over here at 11.5. Then we kind of really reversed higher. So I've actually been a bear since here in the market. We did have a leg higher. I did trade it. That was a very interesting, this is daily. This is like a week and a half that we got up to here, and then, a couple weeks before up there. Hold on a second. Sorry, guys. James, say hi to the world.
Hi.
That's my 4-year-old James. He's coloring in the room with me today. But basically, my whole point of saying this is that I've been fairly consistent with my range, and I think a range is warranted. No one knows where we're going to drop, and this is like a capitulation drop, right? It's not like we're going to live down here for a while. So anyway, just figured I'd point that out. Yeah, Tomas, someone said that Backed is not going live. And I got in a lot of trouble in a live stream about a month or two ago for not knowing what Backed is. And but guess what? We still dropped regardless of what Back is or is not. Back doesn't matter. I don't care. It doesn't. I'm keeping it real, guys. Keeping it real. Hey, James. So Chris Parrott is asking, what is your opinion on the Bitcoin bottom? Give me a number. Speak loud.
1,000.
You think 1,000? All right, James thinks 1,000 Bitcoin, guys. So James thinks Bitcoin 1,000. So let's put James's target on here, and we will. You guys better put orders in here. That's my 4-year-old son. James target for Bitcoin. Okay. All right, there we go, guys. I'm just going to leave that on there because I don't do a lot of charting around 1,000. And you know what? Knowing my 4-year-old son, it's going to happen. James is like that kind of kid. So 11, 20, 20, 18. I'm putting that on there because my kid James, I call him the future CEO because he's smart. And he's on top of stuff, gets people to do what he wants to do. And there you go. James target, 1,000. You guys heard it here first. Jeffrey's got a great point. His guess is as good as any. Absolutely! James, your opinion is as valid as mine. Did you know that? You didn't know that? Well, it is. Trust me. It is. It is. Trust me. It's just as valid as mine. And that
Crazy.
it is crazy. And that's why I give a range, guys. I mean, I used to say 3,600, and then when I had the range, I felt much better about it because it is a 30% range. But guess what, guys? When Bitcoin bottomed in 2014, over 2 days, it had a 42% drop. So it could come out of this range, into this range, and right back out of this range. And, no one knows where it's going to bottom. There's absolutely no way to tell. So, all right, John's Family Vlogs, go and sending for orders for 1,000 right now. What's that volume? What's the volume that would indicate capitulation? Pretty much near James's candle here. Somewhere up here would indicate capitulation. So capitulation is actually a culmination of price action and volume. It's kind of both. It's kind of both. So it's an extreme sell-off along with usually an extreme moment. And actually, if you guys want to see a capitulation candle, go to YouTube, go to Real Crypto. There's my ugly mug. Go to search and do 1222. And I recorded this for you guys. And ignore these stupid ads. I really wish if you watched an ad like 5 times, they would stop shoving it in your face. And then you can see here, if you just want to watch the bounce, if you want the full experience of the high to the low, if you just want to watch the bounce, you could do it right there. So there's just the bounce, and then you see the extreme move of the capitulation. This is a minute chart, guys. This is 1 minute. This is back when we hit 10,400. Okay, and then it starts. You see the 3 super high volume candles. Then it really starts to bounce. So you can go ahead and you're going to see the extreme upside move here. We're not getting this in Bitcoin. This was like a 10% move in like a minute or two. So that's what capitulation is. If you want a more in-depth synopsis about how to buy these bottoms, I do actually have a webinar on this. If you guys do, it's $22. If you do want to buy it, how to buy Bitcoin right, how to buy the bottom. We go over the capitulation scenario in this stage of the game. Okay, and that's your capitulation, 10,400 right there. And that's about it. So you guys can watch that. Feel free, 10-22 on my channel. It'll be there. Samp, I've been streaming for about 20 minutes or so. 31 minutes. 31 minutes there, Samp. Mars says, Randy, on the daily, we have highest volume since February. It is a very high volume candle, Kyle. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, Kyle. I'm sorry, Mars. Yeah, it is a very high volume candle, but the price action is not indicative of a bottom. Not indicative of a bottom. This would be rocketing higher if this was capitulation. This is just a high volume low. High volume low. Cable says your kid has good TA. Just look at the chart. 1,000's the prior high. Yeah, I think it's like 1,100, but that was pretty cute when he said 1,000. Follow 3-day coming. What are you referring to, Lord? You mean in Bitcoin? Maybe. You know what? I haven't done a lot of research on follow 3 days in Bitcoin because it's a 24/7 market. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird on that. But I do agree the volume is very high, but it's not. You know, it could be a local bottom, but yesterday could have qualified as local bottom volume also. Yet we still had another leg lower. And like we said, so we talked about this earlier today. We talked about it pretty in depth in the Power Hour about this candle and these highs and the breakdown points. And, you know, we seem to be talking about the same thing time and time again, which is great because hopefully it reinforces for the guys and they're really looking to learn how to trade. And some of the signals, guys, I trade what has worked for me in the past and the signals that work for me. And some guys have had some good suggestions that I've incorporated a little bit. And I know a lot of guys have taken up some of the things that I do. But, you know, the tenets that I kind of know tend to work pretty well. But when you're in a bear market, you want to look for a higher high for a reversal. We don't have a higher high yet. We still have lower highs and lower lows. We should have some bounce, right? Nope. We don't have to have anything. That's the funny part about the markets, guys. The second you think something should happen, it doesn't. I mean, look at this. Look at this volume. But why is price just sitting? You tell me. Just think about it for a second. If you know, think about it for a second, guys. If this extreme volume should cause a bottom, why aren't we rallying? Jason David says, "Yo, James." He says hi, James. So say hi, Jason.
Hi, Jason.
All right, there you go. It's just sick. Nobody wants it. Regardless of what volume this is, this could be short covering. No one knows exactly what this volume is. Okay. You know what? Let's go to the 1 minute chart and check out the volume. And I'll even pull up my handy dandy volume aggregation tool. Proprietary tool that I wrote with the help of my friend Paul. I don't think I gave him adulation for that. I talked about it a little bit ago, but so I've got this volume aggregation tool. This actually aggregates the volume in each candle, and you can see the very large. So red is selling, green is buying volume. You can see the very muted buying volume here. What up, Eli? How you doing, buddy? Sratra, what's up, Sratra, says to show the capitulation at the end of the 2007 bear market. Yeah, we could do that. Actually, yeah, I could do that pretty easily. Let's do that real quick. Hey, James.
What?
Keep it down a little bit, buddy.
Look at Freddy, Dad.
Freddy looks great.
He's angry.
Yeah.
He's angry at a tiny mouse. Freddy's like,
where's my oh, it's because this is the futures. It's a different thing. It's in my presentation. That's where it is. Shoot. Yeah, it's in my presentation that I gave like a week or so ago. Website, webinars, presentations. I don't know. Shoot, it's in here somewhere. Anyway, I'll find it. But yeah, anyway, I forget about that. See if I missed a few things here. Zazo, question please. Every time Bitcoin goes up, XRP goes down, and as BTC gets stronger, I get it, but why XRP USD does not go up in the same time? So XRP BTC, you're looking at it against the actual Bitcoin price. So here's the thing: the XRP USD is going to give you the true baseline direction of XRP. Okay, and obviously Bitcoin is going to give you a difference of about 8%. So in theory, right now you should have XRP BTC down approximately 2%. And we can kind of look at that for a second. Yeah, it looks like it's up a little bit. Yeah, that's interesting. So it looks like people are selling a lot more Bitcoin for Ripple. I guess that would be the moral of that story. Yeah, but Ripple has had extreme strength here. We actually have noted over the past week or two the large cup and handle forming in XRP BTC. And it has been outperforming as Ripple's been dropping. But either way, you're losing fiat value in both of those. So yeah, even if Bitcoin and Ripple are dropping, this can stay healthy if they're trading more Bitcoin for Ripple, if that makes sense. So there's a disproportionate ratio of Ripple being sold into Bitcoin than it is on the dollar between Ripple and Bitcoin, if that kind of makes sense. I don't think I could write an equation for you on that one. It makes sense in my head, for whatever that's worth. Yep, Eli was playing Red Dead for 2 days. Swinging LTC during these times. Is that a question or a statement? I see a question mark. So yeah, Litecoin is at some serious levels. Oh, speaking of altcoins, let me pause here real quick. Members of the community will get this. Single digit Neo! Single digit Neo, ladies and gentlemen. I was like, we'll probably see single digit Neo when we were dropping over here. I think we were up here towards the, up here, and then it started dropping even more. Then it stopped and did this for like, 2 months or something like that. Now we finally have single digit Neo. But swinging Litecoin or Neo for that matter, or any other coins right now from that matter, I don't think would be warranted. I would much rather personally. Oh, this doesn't want to open, does it, James? There we go. It is not my style to try to guess where a bottom is. It is my style to actually try to buy on a reversal of sorts. That would be much better. Or a capitulation candle. I would not be swinging personally. I would not be swinging Litecoin from here. Litecoin 32 does seem abnormally low at the same time. If it goes down to $20, you're still down 33%. So I would not be randomly buying coin at this particular moment in time. Eli says single-digit portfolio. Oh, that's hilarious. Mike says XRP is supplies controlled by an organization. The literal antithesis to all crypto XRP is like an IQ test. You buy it, you fail. That's actually factually false, Mike. XRP supply is contractually obligated at this stage in the game. XRP actually releases about I think it's 1 billion XRP per month via a trust system, I think is what they do. Yeah, so they release a billion a month. Well, so what they do is they try to sell XRP 1 billion per month, and if they can't sell it, then they put it back into another trust contract that is for like I think another year. I think it goes every year, something like that. So, yeah, no, I mean the supply is what the supply is now. I think XRP probably does own some coins, and they probably do try to manipulate price to a little bit. But at the same time, XRP is the only token in crypto that actually has a major real-world use case that isn't Bitcoin. I mean, Bitcoin's Bitcoin, but... here's a good question. What is the best chart to use for Bitcoin, Coinbase or Bitfinex? So here's the difference, and you pick two great examples. Bitfinex has the largest volume last time I checked. Coinbase does not. The difference is Coinbase charts against the US dollar, where Bitfinex charts against Tether. So if you look at Tether, Tether's down about 5%. It's at 95 cents. And you see the difference here. This is my Coinbase chart at 42.90. This is Binance. Here's Bitfinex at 45.14. And this has to do with the difference between US dollar and Tether price. If Tether was $1 like it was for a while, these should be near identical. So I use Coinbase because that is I think it's a more stable. I would much rather chart against a rock than I would a river, if that makes sense. You're trying to balance two ripples. If you're trying to balance against Tether, if you're balancing against the dollar, yes, my dollar buys slightly less every year, but that's not the point. Yeah, they reinvest unused XRP into new escrow at the end of the month. Yes. So it's a little disingenuous was that comment. Yes, BACT is delayed until January, for whatever that's worth. And the real circulating supply is way lower than the 40 billion shown on CoinMarketCap. Yeah, it could be the semi-life. Yeah, it could be. There's definitely some hodlers out there, absolutely. All right. Making sure I didn't miss any questions up here. Jake bought some Neo at $8 last night, looking to add. All right. I will not be doing that, but good for you, Jake. Good for you. Bitcoin supply is kind of controlled. No, not. Well, I guess maybe the miners could hold on to it if they wanted to, and they can liquidate. But that's just. I mean, the miner of Bitcoin and the miner of gold kind of do the same thing, so it's not really. If they held on to Bitcoin, they could artificially pump the price, but there's enough liquidity out there for everybody. Ooh, the Chinese New Year's coming up soon, right, RP? That'll save us. Wait a minute. Were we talking about that last Chinese New Year? The Chinese New Year saved us by dropping us about 50% from last time we had a Chinese New Year. What's my confidence in stablecoins right now? I don't have uber confidence in stablecoins. Tether down about 5%. Rolling over again is, it's only down 1% over the day. It's more stable than XRP. It's still the most stable coin. So for whatever that's worth, it's still the most stable coin. MNK says, I hope this dip lasts until my next paycheck. I think it'll last until a couple paychecks after that. Can I check Neo? Sure. Yeah, I'll check Neo here. Yep, Neo looks like garbage. All right, sounds good. Talk about the Elliott wave crap, please. I don't really talk about Elliott waves. You get me angry. Get me angry when we talk about Elliott waves. No, not really. I just like to give Elliott wave people crap. I still have yet to meet a very good Elliott wave person. Although a member of our community, haven't spoken to him in a while. I forget the gentleman's name. Is it Brandon or Christian maybe? Was talking to Elliott waves for a while, and then he stopped for some reason, or maybe I just... Oh, it's not your friend Christian, buddy. It's someone in my chat room. Yeah. All right. Kyle's got another question. James? Hey, please stop banging the desk. Thank you. Do you like the fundamentals of Neo, or as a trader, do you not care so much about fundamentals? I really don't care much about fundamentals, Kyle, and not in kind of a dickish way, although I think... So I'm very sarcastic, guys. I'm like extremely sarcastic. And sometimes it comes off like I'm an a-hole. And the reason I really don't care much about fundamentals, at least in crypto, I do in stocks. For those of you that watch my Real Stocks channel, which, by the way, Real Stocks, ladies and gentlemen, you can catch me every single day on my Real-Stocks channel if you're interested in the stock market. Please do check me out there. But if you guys do watch me in the stocks channel, I'm constantly checking fundamentals. Constantly checking fundamentals. It's extremely important. In crypto, there are no fundamentals. And as in stocks, as in cryptos, usually the technicals will lead the fundamentals. Okay? In a vast majority of instances, the technicals will lead the fundamentals. And since cryptos have no fundamentals, it's all technical. So regardless if Neo is a good network, a performing network, a bad network, it doesn't really matter to me. If the price of Neo is making a straight beeline this direction, I don't want to invest money in it, because regardless of the network's quality, quantity, pricing, usage, bandwidth, whatever the case may be, I don't want to be interested in putting my money to work unless the market is showing me healthy price action. Period. And it doesn't matter what the asset is. Apple could make $1 trillion next year. If it's in a downtrend, I'm not buying it. It really doesn't matter, because I don't make money if Apple makes money. I make money if the people investing in Apple think Apple's going to go higher, the stock price. So fundamentals, not really. Now, do they count? Is a network's quality viable? Absolutely it's viable. Absolutely it matters. There's a reason that for the longest time Ethereum was at number 2. It was the only viable blockchain in cryptocurrency for a very long time. You could only write dApps on Ethereum, and that's why it held number 2 for so long. Why is XRP now number 2? Because guess what? Its network is viable. They're bringing out the XRapid platform. They're going to work it. So investors are putting money to work in XRP. Why isn't Cardano number 2? Well, because it's not doing anything right now. Why isn't IOTA number 2? Okay, the further you get down on this list, the further sentiment, I should say the less... Hold on, I'm trying to think of words. The less conviction people have in the network, essentially. So I don't care. I really don't care about EOS. I don't care about Ethereum. I don't care about Cardano. I don't care about Tron. I don't care about IOTA. I don't care about NEM. I care which one has the best price trend. That's what I care about. That's the only thing that matters. NEM could have the best network, but it's sitting at number 15, and it's kind of been slowly dropping for a long time there. Dogecoin Millionaire, ask anything like that again, my friend, I will ban you. Let's see here. Thanks, Ziza. I appreciate that. And yes, I'm a very great person. I'm just to be honest with you. Yes, James.
Look how far my picture is.
James, your picture's fantastic. What?
You better see when it's done.
Yeah. What kind of dinosaur are you drawing? That's right. Good job. Good job. All right. XRP holding strong for now. Look at the goat market. The goat market. Last time I looked at goats, there was a very strong forming bear flag. Half those blockchains won't even be around next year. I think they'll be around, Ryan. At least the bigger ones will be. But so here's the thing. Here's the thing in regarding to the blockchains. Usually the early ones last. The problem here is that it's super early in the technological phase. I mean, EOS just launched. It's been around for a couple of years now, but the EOS platform, what was it, June, July, that it actually launched? There's some other ones. Actually, one that we really like in the community called, where are you? I like it so much I forgot its name. Isn't it 40? Chainlink. I think Chainlink is an interesting prospect. You want to know another reason why I think Chainlink is an interesting prospect? Well, except for recently, it was sitting up here towards elevated prices, really much more than any other crypto was. That's why. When people don't sell things off, it usually is a vote of confidence. Miki says, crypto coins are not stocks, though. They're currencies, just like fiat, and I'd argue cryptos have more fundamentals than those. Yeah, it could be. It could be Mickey, or Miki. Try to pronounce your name correctly there. So there's different kinds of cryptos. There's like Bitcoin, which is just a transactional coin. So obviously you're going to break cryptos into different things, right? Like these will be like your utility tokens, is what I call them. Or no, the currency tokens: Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, I guess Litecoin, I guess Tether. Where's Monero? Oh, Monero. And then you have your platform coins, your Ethereum, your EOS, your Cardano, your Tron, your IOTA. And they're going to use different metrics. They're going to use different metrics. But the price how they actually get pumped, and even if you do treat them as currencies, there's no fundamentals behind any currencies in crypto. Like what, you can argue that the US dollar has, value against the yen because of X or because of Y or because of a trade deficit or whatever. We don't necessarily have that with crypto. Again, it's just very limited fundamentals. And when I say fundamentals, what I'm referring to specifically is fundamentals that deal with price and whether things are appropriately valued, not whether their network is good or whether they have good technology. So True here is saying he's trying to time a bounce. I'm going to say, don't hold the knife over your face as you catch it. Basically ripping your face off. That's pretty funny. All right. Jason was yelling a question at me here. Hold on a second. Let me. Sorry, guys. I have some allergies hitting me today. I've got to blow my nose every once in a while. What is the real reason Bitcoin dropped? Real reason Bitcoin dropped so fast and so far is because people cannot believe that it went below 6,000. That's why this drop occurred. This is disbelief that crypto did this. That's what this move is. That's why there's so little bouncing in this area. You know, it's just I can't believe that happened. I thought we were going to go higher. Now I lost half of my money. Blah 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 blah. Why did this drop occur? No one knows, but that's why this drop occurred. This is a sentiment drop. This is a technical drop. And this drop just failed on general sentiment. Price action is king. Absolutely, Kyle. That's the general answer. Yes, sir.
What we already have it.
Yes, Eli. I am the most humble person in the world. I'm going to get me a trophy that says that. You know what? Oh my gosh, that would be awesome. How great would it be to have a trophy that says I'm the most humble person in the world and have a trophy? That would be spectacular. That's right, James.
That would be computer first. That would be a first.
All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here in a little bit. Going to try to answer some of these questions, but then I'm going to bounce. I'd like to thank you guys for joining me. Do Elliott waves on the goat market? Yeah, right, Eli? Mike has an interesting comment here. BTC is a hedge against the $247 trillion of global debt. Maybe. I mean, I get it. Trust me, I get it, Mike. I get it. It's very difficult to say how much debt is too much debt, and I don't like all the debt, but to be honest with you, our economy runs on debt, believe it or not. I mean, I don't live my life in a debt cycle. I've got no credit card balances. I've got a mortgage, and that's it. I have no car payments, no debt other than my house, which I'm, working on paying off. And I don't know at what point that chicken comes to roost, but there's a saying in the markets, even if you're early, you're still wrong. So. Reading some comments here, guys. Why do you think Bitcoin is the crypto index? Sensible question. How was it like that and how was it not? Bitcoin is kind of the crypto index because, well, number one, because it is the largest market cap by a lion's share, 77 billion. I mean, it dwarfs even XRP, especially Ethereum now. It is also basically the sentiment. It's the closest thing we have to an index. It really just is. It's the closest thing we have to an index. All the markets move with Bitcoin. Okay, that's pretty much just fact. So it's the closest thing we have to a single instrument to look at the health of the cryptocurrency market. That's pretty much what I mean by is an index. How is it different? Well, this is a completely different physical asset from this. In other words, Bitcoin does not comprise itself of the other assets that it is quote-unquote tracking, because it doesn't track any of them. But it's the closest thing in crypto we have to an index. You're welcome, Bastion. Adrian says, how can I join your daily trade? So you're referring to my power hour. You can go to my website, real-crypto.com, click on services, and then you'll be sent to the power hour page right there. But yeah, so we send a newsletter out every day if you guys just want a quick synopsis. But if you guys want to go in depth, talk about something that has been troubling you, a question you have, or anything. If you guys want to develop a trading strategy, whatever you guys want to talk about, you guys just have to speak up. I don't know what everybody wants to talk about. So, guys, speak up. We stay there as long as we need to. And we've had 3-hour power hour sessions before talking about all kinds of stuff. So good times in the power hour, but you can join right there. Feel free. I would appreciate it. We could use, I always like when new people join, they bring different perspectives and hold Monkeytron accountable. Uh, Beamer Cruz says Litecoin worth buying. Not really. I don't think so. Not at this stage in the game. I will end by saying this though. I will kind of end by saying this.
Dad, don't be.
Hold on a moment. I want to answer this question before I get to my little final comment here. Do you think Litecoin is a leading indicator for Bitcoin? Yes. It is leading maybe a little bit too strong for that, but what we say in the community is Litecoin is the sentiment indicator for Bitcoin. Litecoin cannot control whether it's strong or weak. It's kind of like James over there. He's a little bit too open with his emotions. Bitcoin is very good at hiding what it wants to do. Kind of. I mean, it's really one of the best trading cryptocurrencies, to be honest with you. It charts the best. It's pretty honest, but Bitcoin in tandem with Litecoin as a sentiment indicator really works very, very well. I mean, it really just does. So you can kind of use it like that. I can't tell you exactly how to read it. I just tell you that it makes sense to me when I see it. I have a hard time quantifying that into words, explaining it to other people, how it's a sentiment indicator, but it shows weakness. Like if the market looks really strong and Bitcoin's doing nothing and Litecoin looks weak, Bitcoin's going to fall. All right, so this is kind of what I wanted to say. I've had this thought for a while now. I've had this thought for a while now. If you're a hodler of Bitcoin, I don't know how many people here are still holding bags from much higher prices. I'm sure probably a few. There's enough people here that just statistically, it's likely that a few of you at least are holding some Bitcoin. There's a time when it makes sense just to hold on to your Bitcoin no matter what happens down beneath here, because even if we drop 30, 40%, if you've been holding Bitcoin this long, you probably don't quite have the trading chops in order to make some great buying decisions when the time comes. And I think sub 5,000 is pretty much where you stop selling Bitcoin. So if you still have Bitcoin and you don't need the money, just leave it. Okay. Now, that being said, Litecoin, someone just asked, is this a good hodl place for Litecoin? Litecoin at 32 seems pretty low, but if Bitcoin is going to drop here another 45%, what's 45% drop from 32? Let's get on my calculator because I don't feel like doing math right now. 32 times 0.55. Oh, well, hold on a second. What was the percentage? I already forgot. 44%. Wow, it was 44%. Okay. 33 times 0.55. Okay. Apparently, Enter doesn't work anymore. That would put you at basically $20 Litecoin. So, can you hodl Litecoin from here at 32? Absolutely you can, with the understanding that you may have to hold through a darn near 50% retracement of Litecoin. There's definitely a possibility of that. Miguel, I know it tends to drop a little more, but I'm just giving it the benefit of the doubt. I can't be exact, Miguel. Come on, nobody knows exactly how it's going to work out. But yeah, it'll probably drop like 55% if Bitcoin drops 45%. Okay, so it'll probably be down like at 15. But you can hodl from here with the understanding that you do not need that money. You're never, ever going to have to touch it again. And you literally can't trade in and out of that if you're going to take that strategy and buy right now. Okay, that's pretty much just how it goes. So, there's no major bottoming signal as of right now. Yes, this is a high volume area. Yes, it's very elevated. I definitely agree with that. It's not quite capitulation like. Could it be kind of the mini capitulation that causes a bounce that we eventually roll over through? Absolutely. But it is what it is, guys. So yeah, I would suggest to be safe out there, guys. If you guys do put on positions from here, if you want to hodl for long periods of time from here on down, I don't think that's the worst thing in the world. Okay, we're finally to a low enough point in Bitcoin where, look, we could drop another 50%. All right, and yes, it would suck. But if you have the fortitude and you don't need the capital, you could start buying from this stage of the game. All right, you could start buying right now. You could buy it once a day. You could buy like 5% a day for the next, 20 days, whatever you want to do. You could buy it increments on the way down. You could buy once a week, whatever. However it goes, however you want to do it, you could do that. All right, that's fine, with the understanding that you don't know how low it's going to go, and you just have to hold on to it. If you're waiting for capitulation, we're not quite there yet. You still got to hold on, and then any other situation would involve also after capitulation. So, all right, guys. Well, I think that's about it for me. I appreciate it. Thanks for joining me today. If you guys do like my analysis and want to learn a little bit more about trading and how to help you guys become the best you can be, please go ahead and take a look at the Real Crypto Power Hour. We get together every single day at about 4 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, 9 a.m. my time in Arizona, if you guys want to do that. If you guys do want to buy capitulation and want to see what capitulation looks like, check out that webinar for how to buy Bitcoin at the bottom, or search my 12-22 video. That can, on my channel 12-22, that can actually, then you can watch capitulation, a form of capitulation right there. And that's about it, guys. So stay safe out there. The carnage is not over. Definitely more to come, although I can't say we're not going to bounce for a while off of this kind of a volume. So yeah, Monkeytron, I know, stupid Arizona time. I don't control it though. All right, guys, thanks for joining me today. I appreciate it, and I'll see you next time.